Hi everyone, I am just in from work trying to cozy in with my Jaws blankie. It's that time of year where you get in from work and you cozy in and you maybe have a nice warm bath, have a nice hot meal, hopefully, and start to watch a lot of horror movies. October is Halloween month, and that is why I was thrilled to receive this. A gift from my understanding partner. She loves me really. I'm looking forward to opening those windows and taking some photo ops with the mini Funko Pops that are there, which will be on our Instagram, and I'll try and make the most of those. In a non-horror capacity, today I also received this, the Angela Mao set from Eureka, which includes Lady Whirlwind and Hapkido, two films I look forward to checking out. There are a lot of extra features on each disc, including there are some archival interviews with Miao, Carter Wong, Sammo Hung and Yun Bio, so that'll be really fascinating whenever I get to it, which should be within about 5 years on my schedule. I want to take a moment to discuss graboids. Dave and I enjoyed a lengthy conversation about tremors on the podcast last week, and I didn't want to be dropping graboid factoids without crediting once again there's the lovely Arrow Blu-ray set that I was working with. I managed to dig through a lot of the extra features, and then I even forgot there was a second disc with more interviews and their short films on there. I didn't have time to read the booklet in there yet, but if you're a Tremors fan, this is pretty much essential for all your Tremors needs. I also valued a lot of the input from Jonathan Melville, who wrote this book, Seeking Perfection. It's covering pretty much everything you want to know about Tremors. I've got to delve deeper into it before I can give you a complete overview, but it's well regarded. It's really good. Melville has a lot of contributions to the disc features, including a commentary track on the film, so that's great stuff. With that being said, I also look forward to reading Melville's book on Highlander. What we were trying to do with our Tremors conversation is, as we usually do, convey our enthusiasm for it, kind of convince anyone who hasn't seen it that they really should, and also remind people who already love it why they should love it. That means we go off on tangents sometimes, as in when I was discussing Michael Gross and his portrayal of Burt Gummer. I've subsequently also done a deep dive into, there's a Tremors podcast, and when I say podcast, I mean kind of limited series podcast. There's about 7 episodes introduced by Michael Gross, and then various people are spoken to for between 20 to 30 minutes, including Gross himself, Kevin Bacon, the FX guys, and I don't think it's Woodruff, it might be Alec Gillis, the writers Ron Underwood and Catherine Roberts, I want to say. It's really interesting, and once again Gross highlights the fact that he thought it was certainly interesting casting, that he was given the role of Burt Gummer, and he agreed to take on that role with a kind of provision that Burt would never aim his weapons at humans. It was always a case of the baddies being monsters, and that's what he would do. He said, I think it's one of the later films, they had a moment where they wanted Burt to kind of put his hand near a gun as if he might be ready to shoot. Gross vetoed that, said no, Burt would come up with some other approach and he wouldn't reach for a gun to draw against a fellow human being. So there was interesting stuff like that. There was, as I say, the film starts with Kevin Bacon urinating off a cliff that isn't there. It's a matte painting. The creature effects work. Like, Tremors deserves your love and time and attention anyway. So the fact that it does means that if you want to dive into the book, to the Blu-ray extra features, to conversations like Dave and I had, I think it's one of those films that the more you do hear about it and hear about both the making of it and the reception to it, the more you appreciate it for what got done, how people came together and had faith in what they were doing and managed to sell that in a way that didn't light up the box office because people didn't really know how to market it. Creature feature, it was comedy horror, but yeah, it really effectively turned things around for Kevin Bacon over time because it was such a hit in the rental market, and I think everyone attached to it looks back on it with fondness, and they give it the due that it deserves. There are now, I'm going to say 6 or 7 Tremors films, and I've yet to see the last 1 or 2. So I'm going to dive even further into the series soon. Hopefully enjoy them all to varying degrees. And this video was just an extra bit of love for Tremors, because I know that Dave and I enjoyed chatting about it, but although it doesn't seem that way, we do also think about the podcast listeners and what they may want to spend time listening to and how valuable your time is, and that you don't want to listen to us go on about it for 90 minutes or 2 hours when we've still got other movies to discuss. So I hope you enjoyed the conversation. I hope you enjoyed Tremors. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you like and subscribe, rate and review the podcast. Do everything that you need to do to help us be really, really popular and sneakily everywhere on the interweb. That would be brilliant. Just pressing buttons. That's all you need to do. And then hopefully we can slink under various areas like the graboids and pop up and enrich people's lives. We are the Tremors that you met along the way. It's been a long day. Work was hard. Anyway, see you next week. Bye.